Hi everyone, welcome to On the Bar Pod.
Hey.
Episode 10.
Yeah.
Oh, clock it.
Okay, guys, I don't know what we're getting into today. I literally forget.
It's okay. We're
That's
in
literally
graduation
crazy.
season.
Yes.
So we will be talking about
Cut that out.
our
No, it's beautiful.
No, it's cute. We're going to be talking about our individual experiences in art school. Is it worth it? What is like some advice that we can give to our younger listeners? We're going to be your big sisters today and, give some advice. I know I made a lot of mistakes through my journey and I would love for you to learn from them if possible. So, and as a reminder, I'm Sterling and we have
Sierra. I'm Cammie.
I'm Sav.
Hello.
What it do, gangaroo?
Gang.
Right?
I love it.
Kangaroo.
Guys,
Ooh.
that's entered my vocabulary.
Kangaroo?
Yeah.
Ooh, I
I
love that.
don't love that.
And this is what I'm going to add as my new thing.
Yes.
me and my sister
You're having
did
so
that.
much fun
I
yesterday with
Yo,
this.
I'm right there with you.
Right?
I've been there.
I'm
Clock
obsessed.
it.
Oh,
Clock
it's
it.
so good.
You know what also I've been obsessed with? That song Gang Gang. Do y'all know what song I'm talking about?
No.
It's like wait, it's like I'll be at wait.
Right?
It's like, do you gang? I be outside with my gang. Something, you know what I'm talking about? Anyone?
No.
Damn.
No, but I hear you though. Keep going.
I be yelling out gang.
Will you
Do
send
you
it in
bang
the chat?
yang? I be outside with my gang.
Wait, I
Really?
think I might know that song.
Guys, this is gonna be the song of the summer.
I think
This
I
is my
do know that
prediction.
song.
Predicament.
Here,
Prediction.
I can edit it in like a little
Y'all-
snippet of
do
it.
y'all know
What's
the-
everyone's
Yeah. Please
hyperfixation
do.
song right now?
Hyperfixation
I have one right
song.
now.
Oh, I
What's
have
yours?
one too.
Mine is Blixum by Lotto. Like,
Oh, I need to get back into my lotto bag.
it's too, oh my gosh. Like, it's so good.
Yo.
It's the only song that I like that promotes guns. Literally, I don't fuck with guns. I don't fuck with promoting
Talk
guns.
about it.
And this is the only one that I like. Yeah. Yeah.
I have two right now. One is Underrated by Zoe Osama and Fat by DaBaby.
Oh, okay, and I respect the baby pool.
Yeah.
But the baby pool is a little crazy, and I respect it.
No,
I do.
I so
Ooh, is that
respect
bad?
Underrated
Is that
by Osama.
It's like, ugh. It's just
Guys,
like,
I'm
damn.
sorry.
It's like a-
Not that I'm writing down for that man. It's just I just like
Men
his
do be
music.
writing down
I know.
for
I
that
know.
man.
I'm sorry.
They
I'm sorry.
write
It's like
the
separating the artist from the art.
Yeah.
they write in the exact way that I would behave as a man. I know that that's what I would be doing.
That's so crazy to admit out loud.
Funny. That's so funny
crazy
to me
one.
because I literally
That's a
feel like
crazy
I
one.
feel like if you and I were men,
Game over.
It's
too
too
powerful.
It's
You
too
too
powerful, man.
I feel like you'd be a nice man.
Yeah,
You'd
I
be
would.
nice.
I would be scared
Your
of all.
mom-
If you guys were all men, I'd be scared of
Your
all
mom
three of
would
you.
think that you were going down a wrong path by hanging out with us.
Yeah.
You as a man
Yo.
too, you're Scorpio ass.
Bro, we'd all be fucking TikTokers. We'd all be
The way y'all would
we'd
be
all
posted up in the
We'd be in the
gym,
hype house.
posted up in the gym,
Yes.
phone on tripod,
together.
flexing.
Together.
Yeah.
Like that's the part about it. We'd
Yeah.
be shirts off together. Literally. Like
Shirts off, gold link chain,
I
Cuban.
feel like
Oh.
Tammy, I feel like you would be like tatted.
yo,
You would
I
have
think I
like
would be
you would have the earrings.
The
like
studs.
yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what I need.
I feel like you would have
You need
some
the
type.
chain.
I was
feel
gonna
like
say you'd have
I
some
feel
really
like
good
you'd
facial
always-
hair.
right?
Yeah.
that and like always a fresh face.
Yeah,
like
and
always like
staying fresh.
Guys.
Yeah.
Guys.
yeah. So what does this say about us that we all would be
Right.
fuck boys in
Right.
another
Not me though.
lifetime?
Not me though.
Yeah, you would literally be like that. You would be like so
Actually,
nice.
if I'm gonna be honest, I think I would be a fuckboy, but I would be the worst kind, the one that hides it. I think I would hide that.
The
shit.
one
Yo.
that pretends to be nice.
Yeah, that would
Slang
pretend
dick.
to be like super fucking nice.
I'm scared.
Like y'all are. One thing about y'all is you would be so forward about it, but I already know me. I'd be like, no, like it's so fine, and then I
we go to the club and then take our pics. Low key, we go,
Yeah.
okay, you got that one.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh, mission go. Like literally we
wait, we need to do
plan.
that as girls.
Yeah, we
Yes.
actually should.
Like,
Well,
deadass. I mean,
go out and
in a
take
different
pictures?
way though.
in a different way.
In a different
Yeah.
way, not the
Agreed.
same way.
Agreed.
Yeah.
We need to go to.
It's
the
okay when
club.
girls
Yeah,
do
you
it,
need
by
to
the
go to
way.
the club.
Like,
It is.
it's allowed.
It is.
Something's always
It is.
allowed when a girl does it.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah.
It's like when a man cheats, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? But then a girl, I'm like, what did he do?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm like, what drove you to do that?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need to know the whole story.
Yeah, a woman must be like provoked to do bad.
Okay, that I agree with.
Yeah, that's like,
Yeah.
but I think a man will just like do something bad.
Because our society hasn't taught them the necessary empathetic skills needed to process harming others.
Yep.
That's all.
I like how we went from favorite songs to
Sorry.
this.
I know,
So
right?
true.
To us as men, right? How did we get there?
Yeah. Well, what's everybody been up to this week?
We went to Sierra's birthday brunch yesterday.
Yes.
Some Korean and Colombian.
Yeah,
food.
that place is honestly
Like,
fire.
it really was.
It's called Escala. It's in K-Town. It was pretty fucking
Our
good.
waiter was really nice.
Our waiter was really nice. They were
They were
on their shit, and their bottomless samosas are real strong.
Yeah. Sierra was having a great time.
Well, I feel like 26 is not bad. Like, y'all, I really want to let you know, like, we were leaving, and they put 2 full pitchers down on the table. Bitches had their bags packed and ready, literally getting up off the table. They said, here you go. Like, that's crazy. For 26, that's really not that bad.
They said chug.
Yeah. And that's what my sister told me.
Like
She
they
said
iced
chug.
y'all basically at that point.
Yeah. But I had a good time. I've been telling everybody this. I don't like planning like parties and stuff for myself because I just get too I get too anxious about how other people feel. So that's why yesterday was great because I was too lit to care.
I feel that.
But I hope everybody had a good time.
Yeah,
It was so
fun.
lovely.
Okay.
It's also your day, so as long as you had a good day,
Exactly.
Yeah,
mission
but
accomplished.
I know. I just want people to like have good vibes.
It's
I
so
understand that.
Yeah, like it's so vulnerable to, especially with the birthday parties, like plan your own birthday party because like there's still that mindset of like, well, what if no one comes and then I look silly, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, what if people are like, oh, that wasn't that fun. Like, I don't really want to celebrate with you next year. Type B.
My worry is always people just like getting there and then leaving. Like you see it's lame and you leave.
That's
Like,
a
so
new fear.
Guys, I like hate to say this, but like I've never felt that.
True Leo.
I just like
My
I
Leo
think
queen.
I think I just like am gonna have a good time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to say regardless, but I also like have confidence in the fact that my friends will show up for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've never been like, oh my god, is anyone gonna show up? And also if they don't, then I'm like, shoot, like let me go by myself. This is a solo birthday, and I'm having a great time.
Period.
Yeah.
I love that, and I am adopting that, taking that, putting it in my brain.
It's your day. It's literally the one day you get out of the year. It's like your wedding too.
Yeah.
Like,
No, wedding, I'm gonna be on that. This is my wedding.
Yeah.
Don't nobody say nothing. I don't care if you hate it. It's my wedding.
See, the wedding stresses me out too. But purely because my family is all Mormon. And I feel like there's just going to be an interesting dynamic and an interesting world doors opening at my wedding.
Yeah.
You know? Because we're going to be turned.
yeah. I think weddings for
We will be
me,
turned.
it's because there's so many details. Like I would just want everything to go how I want.
Yeah.
And I think that's where my anxiety would manifest. But that's why wedding planners, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you have 2 friends who are getting into the event planning.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gang,
yeah.
gang, gang.
Like not to
gang.
not to
Y'all, I don't got a man,
enlist
so-
you, but
Not that soon.
Are we paying? No, I'm kidding. I would plan your wedding for free.
No, you're getting paid.
Sav.
We're like adults at this point.
But like Sav, it's like I'm like part of your like
Yeah.
like a
Like-
bridesmaid.
okay,
like,
yeah.
Like,
Like-
that's
true.
like
That's
I-
true. That's true. That's
Like,
true.
you
shut
can
the
make
fuck
like
up.
Cammy like maid of honor and just be like your maid of honor.
No, yeah,
duties.
that's
It's
true.
the point of my wedding.
But like maid of honor and a wedding planner, that's a lot.
That's the tea. That's
That's
where
what I'm
when we have
saying.
money. That's when
what
we
I'm
have
saying.
money.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's giving like, okay, here's a credit card. Do what you need to do.
Do what you need to
Like-
do.
like, yeah, that's a whole different story type.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
Also, I don't expect to be your maid of honor. Also, I feel like I was like, make me your maid of honor, but like, make your sister, make whoever you want to be your maid of honor. You know
Don't
what
put her
I
on
mean?
the spot.
Type shit.
Yeah,
She might just.
I'll be your
Guys,
maid
she
of
might be
honor.
doing the designs type shit. Yeah. you
last
know what I'm
night I had a dream that the place that we work at burned down.
She felt relieved.
I felt relieved. I was like, oh, I can sleep for longer. And then I was like, wait, that's a dream.
Yo, that's your brain trying to find every way out of going
Yes.
into work.
Yes.
No, she told me that this morning, and I was like, "That's not good." I was like, "That's a sign."
Yeah, what do you think this
subconsciously.
means, Sterling?
It means I'm getting the fuck out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slow clap.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Which brings us to the next exciting thing is that Sierra had her last shift at the place that we work at.
Yeah, at place of
Yes.
employment. It was super fucking anticlimactic, but mostly because the people that were there, besides one
Was that today?
today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job.
But like the main people that were there did not fuck with me. So it was more like a bye.
Yeah.
yeah.
Deuce.
Yeah.
Um
Damn.
yeah. But I mean, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
I genuinely I don't care. I'm
Onto
like
bigger and better. Like this was the goal the whole time.
yeah.
Sorry.
Anyways, I told one of our favorite. We can just cut off. I told one of our favorite regulars I was leaving today, and he was like, he was so kind about it, and I was like, but yeah, I'm like, also not mentally prepared to like go into an office at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. Like my entire brain this week has been like very like last week of school, like finishing out the things. Like I had my last day at my other job on Friday, last day at this job today, and then my brain was like, tomorrow, by the way, like you're going to an office for a full-time
Right.
for a full-time shit, like that's just crazy. I
Yeah.
just don't know. I'm just like, oh, this is so new. Like, it's like entirely something I've never done before. So like, it'll be a little scary, but it'll be good.
Yeah. This is a new transition.
Yeah. It's just like, whoa, like it's just like whiplash. Now I
Yeah.
understand why people give time between jobs. I was like, I'll be
Yeah.
fine.
It's like a big change. It
Yeah.
really is. And then
Yeah.
also just like finding your way through a new work environment.
And like new people.
Yeah.
That's like really what I'm scared about
Yeah.
is the new people.
Yeah.
But hopefully they'll be
is it
good.
like corporate or is it like
It's like essentially corporate.
Yeah, right.
It's not like big corporate.
Yeah.
It's a small business, but essentially, yeah.
yeah.
So I'll be like working with like 40-year-olds, which I also haven't done in a while. I think it'll be good. I'm just being anxious. Don't listen to me.
Be anxious, you
Yeah.
know? Feel all the emotions. Just feel them. Everything that comes up. It'll only serve you.
No, for real. Yeah. And also like I know this is like good for me.
Yeah.
I'm just like it's new and it's different. And it's
Yeah.
You
changed.
worked so hard for it.
I
too.
have,
Yes.
yeah. I really put in.
Yes.
It's just I've already went over this. It's a change.
It's a change. Changes are always scary.
Changes are scary, but they're good.
And the fact is that you're doing it. Like, that you're not letting this fear scare you. And that's the defining factor.
Oh, thanks. I really needed that.
Doing it scared.
Yeah,
Don't
I
let
can't.
the fear define you.
I can't back out. Like the whole like the 1 second. There was like one moment where I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, is this my gut telling me this isn't what I meant to do? I was like, "Girl, you did not bitch and complain and moan for the past 2 years to get a job just to back the fuck out because you got scared." I was like, I've annoyed too many of my motherfucking friends and too many people in my life about this shit to just back out. Like, I gotta see
So
it through.
real,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Oh my God. Remember when we sat at Republic of Pie just like applying to jobs for like 6 hours?
literally.
Oh my gosh.
And now
Sounds
look
lovely
at
and
us.
also terrifying.
Look at us.
Literally. Well, I didn't get any of the jobs, but
But I feel like you still got a position
oh yeah,
that
but
like work.
not
You have 2 jobs that I feel like are fitting you well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, my jobs are great, but all
Yes.
those jobs I applied to at that specific
all
day,
those jobs I applied to,
didn't-
I also didn't
Yeah,
get.
that's what I'm saying. But it ended up working out.
Did you see that
period.
TikTok?
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like,
I was
did you
gonna
see
ask
this TikTok?
for I go to Sierra for anything like job corporate related tips, and she has given me so much great advice. So I would love to hear what is like one like thing that comes to mind immediately where it's like what is something like for those of us who are currently working towards their next position, like what advice would you give someone who's like currently looking for a job in this market right now?
Yeah.
Honestly, you just have to keep doing it. It's
Talk about it.
Yeah, it like the biggest thing is not giving up and not letting it get to you, because especially in this job market, like searching and job hunting has always been a numbers and a luck game and who you know game. It's never not been that, but specifically now because not to get too technical, but essentially the economy's trash. We all know that. that affects the amount of jobs companies put out because they don't feel confident in like hiring people. So, but they like are legally have to put jobs up. So a lot of times, like a job you'll see, they're not actually hiring for, or like they have somebody internally that's gonna go, but they legally have to put it up on the site.
I've also been seeing a lot of things about potential data scamming.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too. But you can like those types of jobs, you can kind of tell because like the company will be really new.
Really quick, what I'm referring to is companies posting job applications just so people will apply to it and they can get that data from people and then they go and sell the data that they've acquired.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty
Insane.
bad, but
That's scary.
it's
Insane.
it's scary. It's bad. But yeah, those types of jobs usually like the companies will seem like. I think about it on LinkedIn because you can see like how old a company is on there. Usually they're like really new or like nobody has anything tied to that company.
Yeah.
So like you can see like the people that work there. If it's like 2 or 3 people, I'm always sussed out. Or if like their website looks like trash, that's another one too.
Yeah.
Website's a really good indicator. But yeah, just like do it. Like again, it took me 2 years to have one person be like, yeah, I'll give her a chance. And you're gonna feel crazy and you're gonna feel very much like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again. Like you're like, why the fuck am I even doing this? But you just have to like, I don't know, yeah, just persevere through it.
Also, I would just want to jump in and say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. But doing it over and over again is like a part of the grind.
It's part of the, that's a good distinction. Yeah, just do it.
Because you also never really do it the same way twice too. Like every time you do something, you learn more.
Yes.
And apply that to the next time you do it.
Exactly. And I will say, like, throughout your journey, any moment you have to learn something, like, learn it. You get rejected, ask that recruiter, hey, do you have any advice for me? If you're networking, ask that person, like, do you have advice for this, and that? Like, the amount of times I've asked people, like, oh, do you have any advice for like an applicant for this? Or I've like talked to a lot of people who are helping me, and I'd be like, what is like one thing that you noticed? Or I've asked recruiters, like, what's like the one, like, anything that is the reason why I'm not getting chosen. And all those things you're gonna like learn,
right,
and apply that to the next one, but yeah, you just gotta keep doing it. Eventually something will happen.
Persistence.
I love that.
Yeah, something I keep like having to kind of say over and over is that like it's not personal. You know, like it's just on to the next, you know.
Yeah
It really is not. It's not personal.
In clowning and acting, we have a saying that's hold on
class.
exactly but it's hold on tightly, let go loosely. And it's just like let things come and go. Like,
That
hold
one,
on
like,
is tight
song that's like hold on loosely.
oh
Let go.
I don't know that
one.
one.
It's
I
like an
don't know
old
that
white
one.
man song.
Oh,
Like,
yes,
it's
come on,
like,
old white man song.
It's like definitely heard it from my dad.
Oh, come on,
Yeah.
Mr. Sterling. Yeah.
Talk about music.
I was just gonna say another crazy thing. I don't know if we want this on the pod, but I want to talk about it on the pod. We saw an actor from Lemonade Mouth.
Oh
we
my
saw
god! We literally were at a thrift store and we see dude from Lemonade Mouth, Mo's boyfriend.
Yo,
Like, literally, Sierra clocked it right when we walked in. What was his name in the movie? It was
Oh my god, I don't remember.
It was like, was it like Chris? No,
No.
it wasn't.
no,
Wait,
it
what
was something. Hold on, I'll look it up.
It was like a cool, like, no, it was like an alternative, like, boy name. I don't know why I said
Oh my
Chris.
god, wait, he's literally the last person I looked up
Stop.
on my phone. Who did he play? Oh, wait, not the silence. He's 34. That's crazy.
No, I think that is like the appropriate age for that man. Like having seen him like close up.
I mean, yeah, that's crazy.
I'm dead.
she said he's aged. Sorry, no.
His name
No,
was
but aging
Scott.
is beautiful and lovely.
Scott. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I used
In
to
the movie?
perform with
Yeah.
a kid named Scott in high school. And he like and like after we performed together a bunch, he was like, do you want to like drive around? And I was like, and do what? Like literally I clocked him. Sorry, anyways. I always think of, whenever I think of Scott, that's what I think of.
That's so funny. Yo.
Anyways, how about you guys? Anything going on with you?
I also started a new job. I'm not. It's just a placeholder, I guess. Is that a good way to say it? Like, it's just temporary, I hope. Yeah, it's kind of my first time in a corporate space as well, and like being around people much older than me and who take this job very serious. Like I've been in the like service industry for like 7 years, so that's not new, but I think just the level of attention to detail and the level of care is like, it's good to know that there's companies like that, but it's also like, whoa, like this is a lot more than I thought. But yeah, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be fun, and I get a discount on their items, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, you're gonna get all the information like so quickly too. It's gonna feel like a lot, but you're gonna soak it up so fast, bro.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I worked at Cheesecake Factory, and that feels like that, like corporate Cheesecake and Topgolf. Those two places.
Memorize the menu. Right?
Yo, I never got to the point because I was just a host.
Okay.
But I was not gonna do that.
I worked at Claim Jumper. They ran that shit like the Navy.
Yo,
it was like so. I was so unserious, and they were so serious. But this was like people's, like they'd been doing it like their whole career.
Yeah.
And they needed you to like know the whole menu, have a test on it, and like it was just crazy. And the customers were so fucking mean. What?
Mind you, who goes to Claim Jumper?
Mean people.
Yo, that's insane.
evil mean people who don't tip and steal the silverware.
I feel like
The dead look at the camera.
Don't tip.
You call them out because they know who they are.
Yeah.
They know. They know.
it's crazy. I'm like not saying the name of my place because I can't like talk about it on
I feel
social
you.
media.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Signed an
But
NDA.
that's so LA too.
Right?
Like,
I had to like, okay, we have like smoothies, and I had to do a cup design, and I did it wrong. They were like, oh, there's only 4 lines, not 5. So they threw out all the cups. I said, oh, this is like dead ass. I said, oh, you like, yeah.
wow.
you
I kind of
care.
respect it. I kind of respect it because it's like you're getting the same quality for every single thing.
Yeah, like they're,
Respect.
yeah. And I guess like because who their clientele is too, they're like,
Shit. If I'm paying for as much as I am, you know,
it's like it better be good.
you better clock
And
in.
rich
No, I'm
people
kidding.
will clock you too.
They will. They will.
This isn't what I ordered. Oh,
They said I've had to assert myself in business, babes.
literally. I'm like,
Yo, that's funny. What about you, Sterling? How's your week been?
Good, just prepping. Pretty low key. I had a shoot yesterday before going to Sierra's brunch. I was so pissed off about it because it was all the way down in Dana Point. And I drive my ass down to Dana Point for one session and then turn right back around to make it to Sierra's brunch, which I would never miss. And it was really fun. But like the entire time I was like just pissed that I was having to fucking drive down because like I couldn't get a cover for this. And I was like, I was just frustrated. But once I was there, it was like, what am I to be so frustrated about? I'm literally on the beach doing the thing that I love to do with a family that's really sweet, you know, like they ended up being really good clients. So like, I just had to adjust my attitude. Reframe. Like why? Yeah. Like who am I like to be upset at that situation? You know what I mean? So it's all about like gratitude. And then we had a great rest of the day, and then I'm going to be in Oregon all next week. And I'm excited for that because I'll be like doing a road trip back down. So I'm going to take my film camera and like shoot a bunch.
Yeah. What are you going to Oregon for again?
I have to help clean out my grandparents' house. They moved my grandfather into like an assisted living place. So I'll get to go through a lot of my grandma's stuff, who recently passed away. So it'll be like a good way to honor her memory because she was such a like eclectic woman. Like I got a lot of my style and taste from her. And so just going down there to like look through her clothes and like small items and stuff, like I'm looking forward to doing that.
Yeah.
That'll be lovely.
It's
Yeah.
so great.
So good.
I just did that with my grandmother's house. I
Yeah.
took a bunch of stuff and just like having it. I haven't put it up yet, but like having it, it'll just like bring the essence of her like
Right.
into any space, or the memories of her
Yeah.
into any space.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Your grandmother's also a really classy lady. Like
Oh.
the few
Yeah.
times I've seen her with her like whole
Yeah,
outfits.
she low-key be like stepping on bitches' necks.
She
Yeah.
really do. Not even
low
low
key.
key.
Yeah,
like
like-
high key.
And like nicely too. Like she's like, oh wait,
Yes.
accidentally I'm stepping.
So kindly. She'll be like, excuse me. And she steps on your throat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, grandmas. Sorry. We love grandmas.
I had a kind of a bender this past week.
We'll talk about it.
but like not a bender. Like I go through phases where I'm like really locked in for like 2 to 3 months, and I just need like some sort of crash out. But I've mitigated my crash outs now. Like now I know how to crash out without crashing out, but
Yeah.
just getting the same endorphins that crashing out would normally give you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was just literally because like we finished the play, and now it was graduation a couple days ago. Everything's coming to a close, and it like all my friends are gonna leave and go back home. But literally everyone's just going back to New York. Like
Are both of your roommates leaving during the summer?
Dakota's actually staying.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
Nice.
we'll be creating a ton. I'm like,
Right.
the bridge from Halo to On the Bar needs to happen, and it like I needed to happen, and it'll happen at the right time. But there's just so much to be made, so much to create. You know what I mean? Like that's the energy I'm feeling.
You could always do like a Halo X on the bar like party or something.
Yes.
They really be doing DJ sets.
Yes,
Like to be fun.
yes.
Get some people to come.
It'll be lit. It'll happen at the right
Get
time.
into it. Get into it.
It.
But with graduation season, you brought up the topic for today's pod, which was
Yeah.
just kind of like a retrospective on school. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched a YouTube video somebody put out about CalArts specifically, and it was like, should you go to art school? And some of the things in there I agreed with, some of the things I didn't agree with, and just with everybody graduating right now, and like it is such a joyous time when seeing all your friends graduate and having worked so hard to get a bachelor's degree. I'm like, is this still worth it? And my friends, like, I have my thoughts. I'm curious about what all of your thoughts are on now having degrees. Each one of you has a degree. What do you think?
I think, unfortunately, it is necessary to get into a certain, like, to be even considered for certain jobs, you know, even in the creative field. It gets you, I don't even want to say in the door, like in the line to get into the door. You know what I mean? Like you, that's at least how it feels for me. In like the application processes and stuff. I've met plenty of people in the film industry who didn't go to film school, but they have degrees in other things. And I, for the longest time, used to say, like, yeah, I didn't need to go to film school. Like, you don't go to film school, da-da-da. But, like, genuinely, I've been reframing, I guess, my perspective on it. And it was, like, at that time, I needed it as a creative outlet. Like, if I wasn't out in the streets, like, making my little short films, I would be getting into way more trouble.
Yeah.
Like, I just
so real.
I needed somewhere to, like, channel all of that energy that I had right out of high school. And so I did it in a community college film program. Like, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah,
you
hell
know?
yeah.
So like it gave me so many more just like social experiences, and it helped me develop so much as a person, like interpersonally, than necessarily like, you know, education, like book smarts, essentially. So yeah, I know, like, it doesn't, I didn't fully quite answer the the question, but I want to like open it to everyone else too.
Honestly, socially is exactly like
Yeah.
what comes to mind for me when thinking like, is art school worth it? Like, I think it really depends. My spiel is that you should go to art school for the connections, not for like the art, if that makes sense. Because like, you're always going to be able to make art, and your art is always going to be influenced by like where you're in life, and like art school gives you so much artistically, but I think you should pick the art school you go to based on the connections it will provide you.
I would also add to that you should go to art school to learn the process of creating something, getting feedback on it, and then starting all over again, and not letting that stop you or like absolutely destroy your desire to make art.
Yes.
I think I think that's the biggest difference between people that I've met who went to art school versus people who haven't. It's like you have to build that like drive and that thick skin on your own. It's a lot harder.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's like showing your work to other people and getting like advice is so impactful. Like I think that was a big thing for me, like in the music school, because before in high school I didn't really have people who took music as serious as me to compare, or to like not even compare, but like to get feedback from. So music school, art school was the first time I had that, and I think it was also the first time I was surrounded by people who prioritized artistry over notoriety. Like just standing behind your art and not letting the industry change you, because the industry is constantly changing, and like the routes to be on top are constantly changing. And I think art school taught me to stand behind, or stand with my work, stand behind it, stand in front of it. Like that's mine, and I made that.
Right.
Like not being ashamed of it. And I was very like, my music and singing, it was always kind of a secret thing for me. Like I didn't really talk about it that much. But art school took me out of my shell, I think.
Yo, I feel that heavy, like being upfront about my art is so vulnerable for me. Like I used to never post on Instagram about like plays and stuff that I do, and I posted about a play I did for the first time, guys, on Instagram. I really struggle with posting on Instagram, so that was just a big one for me. And I agree in that art school really did help me it's a current ongoing thing for me, but trusting myself.
And also experimenting with different things, like doing weird things. Like it's only weird when you don't, like when, I don't know, what makes it weird? Just do it.
It is
That's my spiel.
art school is the time to experiment, to be weird and like angsty and get all of that shit out, like there, because you have all those resources, and like it just expedites the process, because once you leave it's harder. It just is.
Yeah.
Art school also taught me, it gave me more of an idea of the kind of music I want to make. Going into art school, I still love listening to almost every genre of music, so it was really hard for me to differentiate the music I want to make versus the music I listen to. And art school helped me a lot with that. It helped me find my actual voice, and then like my artistic voice, like what I want to say and how I want to say it. Yeah,
I think something that was like a profound change for me in school was finding my voice and having that be heard and like rewarded with responsibility, you know. Like I had never channeled my energy into something and then had positive feedback to where like they were like, people wanted to work with me for the first time, you know, and like they wanted my input, you know, like that's a great feeling. And like recognizing like, oh, I'm capable of these things. And like though I do say I would recommend like, yes, do leadership roles, but also learn like very practical skills that like will make you money outside of school, you know. Like I had a lot of fun being in like the more like creative, like head of department roles, but once you get out of film school, very few people are hired and picked up directly as cinematographers, you know. Like they start as an AC or a sound person or in G&E or something like that, where like it was just a rude awakening for me. You know, I was like fresh and ready to be like, I'm gonna show the world my art, you know,
right?
And then everyone is like, a bunch of the like dudes in the film industry were like, yeah, okay.
And then how it's male dominated. Let's get into that.
Yeah.
Post grad. Yeah.
And work the programs within your school, like work all those opportunities, network, and don't be an angsty kid like I was.
Yeah, have an open mind.
Truly, I feel like just especially with like art and the nature of working in the entertainment industry, it's so who you know. It's so who you know. And I know people hear this all the time, but it's like it's not only like the teachers that are teaching you or people that they bring in that you think you might get connections from, but it's just like the people you're working with. Like, I feel
your peers.
Yeah. I feel like enveloped in a community of artists now, and I would not feel that way coming out here to LA without like this like foundation, this like crazy foundation that CalArts has given me with just how many people are out there that are CalArtians.
Yeah, literally.
Like, they're everywhere.
Yeah, and it's like we're all in this together.
Yeah.
Like,
And not to sound like my mother, but I want to say, do not focus on dating, relationships, boys. Like,
yo,
keep
because let's
your
talk
head
about that.
in the books. Like, my mom would harp on that. Like, my whole family would, but never really tell me why. You know? And I think like it's so important, like, as a young woman, like, invest in yourself.
Yes.
Your time in school is that investment of like learning who you are intrinsically, inherently. There's going to be plenty of time for boys to distract you later, but just, this is your time right now.
Yo,
Don't do that shit.
This was like my first semester where I didn't have like a boy toy or like I wasn't dating someone. And it's just insane the difference that the semester that I had. Like, insane. Insane. I was like, I was, me and Drizzy, my roommate, were like the other day just like, damn, the streets are dry. Like, the ocean is so dry. But like every other area of my life is prospering.
That's what it is.
Say that again.
There's an influx of bad bitches. Like, there's not enough men.
There's too many losers. Wait, okay. Also, I think we need to be careful with the narrative of like painting men against women. I'm like feeling that a little bit recently. But just because I'm like, we want shit to change, and like us blaming them, they're blaming us. That's the cycle, and that's not gonna solve anything. But there's way too many accomplished women out here compared to the amount of accomplished men. And that is not the men's fault, but it is their responsibility. Y'all got to get on that shit. Go get a degree. Talk about graduation.
I unfortunately didn't walk or do any graduation ceremony.
Why not?
So I didn't fully like give myself credit for finishing school. It was always something that was like, well, this is something that's expected of me, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And then I took a long break because of like COVID and just life stuff, and like I was honestly this close to just not going back. And so and throughout that process, it was really, really difficult as far as like the administrative stuff. The counselors at the school I went to couldn't help me for whatever reason. Like, they were just like incompetent. So it felt like a fight just to get out of damn school. And so I was just kind of like, just send it to me in the mail. Like, I'm so fed up with this. All the people that I like had gone to school with had already graduated. I didn't have that community that you were talking about, like with CalArts and stuff. So like, yeah, I think that's one thing that I wish I had someone to say like, hey, like, I think you would actually, like, I would really like to like celebrate this accomplishment. You know, if you don't want to, like, then I still would. Like, I don't think I even like did a dinner. I was just so I think now with some space and time from it, I'm like, I do kind of wish I did that. That
makes me think of all the things that we're gonna like, what's celebrate
Yeah.
in your future.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like there's gonna be so many things to celebrate and party for.
Definitely lesson learned.
Yeah.
Like I want to celebrate all of the milestones. Like there's none that are like too small or like, well, you should have done that, so don't celebrate it. That kind of thing.
Take up space.
Yeah.
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 I couldn't agree more. What about you, Sierra, on the non-artistic side?
I didn't go to art school, which is why I didn't speak, just because I wanted to give you guys that space. I didn't go to art school. I went to the opposite of that. I went to business school. And I mean, I have already said this before. I like really enjoyed my school experience. I think it was like very cookie cutter to what university is. Like my entire college experience is like kind of out of a book. But I think, I guess, as somebody who still somewhat ended up in a creative space or has been pursuing that, I don't think you need to go to art school. I think that there are certain things that I wish I had realized, because for me, when I went to college knowing that I wanted to do marketing because I had done extensive research on all the things that I could do throughout high school. So when I like applied, I was like, I'm going to do marketing. I think this is going to be the best like decision for me. And then all 4 years of college, I was like, I still like majority align with this. So that's what I ended up graduating with. But I think part of it, and this is more due to like other things, but I just never really was like, I can be an artist. I never thought that was something that I could pursue. So it was never like actually like a viable option. Like I took a film photography class when I was in college. It was like one of my favorite classes I've ever taken. Like in high school, I was friends with all the theater kids and the choir kids and the band kids. Like I very much always aligned with people that did art. I just was never like, I personally do that stuff. I just like the people that do it. So it's kind of more something where now that I'm 2 years out and like I've realized that me aligning with people like that was like for a reason. Like there's like reasons why I aligned with people that did that stuff, and not just because I thought they were cool. I do wish I had, like, even if you don't want to go to art school, like let's say like you don't want that to be your sole focus in life, like I do wish like I had like minored, like I knew somebody who did marketing and she minored in theater, so you still have that like associates, just because I do think like things that they were talking about earlier, especially like in my film photography class, it was the only class like we would get our final projects reviewed by our teacher, and like I don't know how y'all talk the technical terms, critiques, there you go. She would like deadass would like critique, like she would critique it, and she would like have notes, and like she would put it up in the art school and things like that. And that was like the first time that had happened, and I was like, oh my god, this is like so art school for real. But like that process was definitely really different. And I think like when I was in college, I was like really into photography. Like there was like a 2.5 year stint where like I was taking, I think I did 4 photo shoots a month. So I did 1 photo shoot a week. And like I was posting it to Instagram, and I was like, it was like really good creative outlet for me, but also because it was just something I was doing, like it wasn't something that I think I had discipline tied to. I didn't have like critiques for it. And I think art school teaches you how to think more creatively, and teaches you like how to be an artist, like intrinsically, like how you guys are talking about like the artist way, like I think Sav said it last episode, but like her art is like a routine, not really like something that she just like does when she feels like it. Like those types of skills, I think, for being an artist are something that you need an art program at the very least to like instill in you, which is like something I never got. So that's why like I don't take photos anymore, just because I just like didn't feel like doing it. And like I haven't taken a photo in like
I feel like that's a really good like way to describe it. Almost like you have to have a self-assessment of yourself, and if you are someone that like you want to pursue art and you're not already consistently like putting out work, art school would probably be a really good investment.
I think it would be,
because it teaches you how to consistently
or at the very
create.
least like get a minor, take even like if you're already out of school, like take classes at your community college. Like that's like the one thing about art school I do wish I had, and that's why like when I talk about like going for a master's, I'm always like maybe I would do something more like communications or like art focused to get that experience.
I will say like the one thing that I felt like I was missing from art school is I wish that it wasn't just art there sometimes. I wish that I wish that I could have taken a business class. Like if I didn't go to Cal Arts, I probably would have gone to a school that gave me the option to do music and business, or like, because I think that's so important just as artists to know the business side of things. And that's just something that Cal Arts doesn't offer. So I remember when I first went there, like I was like, oh wow, like I'm gonna be a singer for real. Like there's no like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no like, if I went to a different school, like I could just switch programs. I could switch my major and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. But
at Cal Arts, it's like if you switch your program or your major, you're starting all 4 years over again.
Oh damn, that's
like,
crazy.
and it's still in the arts. Too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a like I like that.
I think hearing your story about how extensively you researched what major you wanted to do in high school reminded me of how much I was the opposite of that.
I mean, I feel like me and you have had such different college experiences.
I took one video production class my senior year of high school because I wanted to be in the same class as my boyfriend at the time.
So real.
I'm screaming.
Been there.
And I just like fell in love with it, and then I didn't know what I wanted to do with the rest of up until that point. I thought I was going to be an archaeologist, like Indiana Jones type shit. Like
I also totally see that for you though. Like you're laughing, but I could see a world.
No, because that would fit you so well.
Yeah.
I can see you like walking in the desert with your like little hat on. You know what I mean? Like you can see it, right? You can see it.
Like duster,
You can
being
see
like,
that.
what is this piece of base?
Easily.
yeah, there's still a part of me that's like so fascinated still by that, but it's also like realistically, like most of those jobs are like research-based jobs that aren't like, you're not gonna be in Egypt like digging shit up. You know what I mean? Like you're like gonna be a professor or something like that.
No,
So real.
I know somebody. My brother during COVID, he met this guy through video games, and that's literally like he is like dead ass an archaeologist.
Oh,
like
wow.
he goes and he goes and excavates, and he like travels all the time.
Oh,
and
shoot.
That's like
Don't
literally
tempt
his
me,
job.
because I will switch so fast. I did 1 semester of interior design school because I was heartbroken, guys. Like it was like
Not hard.
I think that's a beautiful way to handle being heartbroken. A beautiful way to handle that shit. I crash out.
that was the weirdest crash out for me. That was the most productive crash out I've ever had.
We love a productive crash out.
So that we were on the up for that one. But with my story is that like it was so like my idea of like going to art school and like all like I didn't know what I was signing up for when I started. I was just like on ambition and a lot of naivety and just head first in this thing that I was really passionate about, you know? And I learned along the way and I like figured it out. But yeah, it's just different how those like two contrast, because like we're all starting off as like 18-year-olds
right
children,
right. I think about that all the time.
I also want to say though, like I'm not saying that you're saying what I did was better. I don't think there's either one. Like for me, I did all that research, but because I did all that research, I also didn't allow myself to explore different options. If
So
that
real.
made sense. Like I went in knowing I wanted to do marketing, and even when I like was hating the business school and like debating on dropping out of college, I was like, no, I chose this. Like I have to do this.
Yeah.
Like I never gave myself the opportunity to like branch out, which I think a lot of the people I knew that end up switching their majors 10 different times, or like just went in not knowing what they wanted to do and tried different things. Like you can still choose something that like you don't want, or like you think you want in the moment and you don't know. That's another thing too. You only have 4 years to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life. Like it's crazy that as an 18-year-old you're expected to know, and it's even crazier that then they only give you 4 years to decide. So I'll also put that out there, but I just think like, yeah, like research if you want, go in blind if you want. Nobody really knows at the end of the day. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Everyone's path is so uniquely different.
Yeah.
Like if you can tell like just the sample of our stories, like they're all very opposite and like, you know, different, and there's some similarities here and there, but like ultimately you are on your own path. All we can do is like offer what our path looked like. And I think especially in the arts, there's no path that like it's like do X, Y, and Z and the result is what you want it to be. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, you have 4 years to figure out like what you want to specialize in and everything like that. But for the most part, people don't end up even being in the like career industry that they got a degree for. I think it's ultimately really just showing employers like, hey, I finished this thing that was like long and arduous. Like I'm a good, I could be a good employee.
Yeah.
Do you guys like ever feel, and for you like the opposite way, do you ever feel, I'm trying to think of how I should word this, but sometimes I like mourn the life of me as like not an artist. Like if I were like, I think in a different life I was a lawyer and I was this and that, and I'm just like, oh, like I'd love to do that, but like music has always been my thing. Like I've always known what I've wanted to do, and as I've gotten older I've realized that that's not the case for people. Like I genuinely thought as a kid that like everyone knew like deep down what they wanted to do, but it's constantly evolving. And I think because I always knew I wanted to be an artist, like part of me is like, whoa, like what else though? Like what if I'm not an artist? Like I don't know.
Yeah,
that's just kind of
it's one
voice in my head.
Yeah,
being an artist is like one very like intrinsic part of you, but I can also relate to like what else can I do? You know, like what else can grow? What else is intrinsic to me? That's also so exciting. Like you don't have to stop learning after that 4 years.
Right.
You don't have to stop exploring.
And that's also part of the artistry. Sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna say too, like for me, I'm on like a 6-year journey now with school. You know what I mean? Like truly, I feel you with what you're saying too, because I went to school for political science and American institutions, which is such a, well, they're similar, like poli-sci and acting is similar like in weird ways, right? But I feel that there's so many times that I'm like, what if I had gotten my political science degree? What if I was going down that track? What individual would I be?
It just like reminds you that like we are in control of our path. I mean, we're not in control of our path, but we're like in control of like which route we take.
I have a great metaphor for that, is that like life is a flowing river and we're on like a little raft where obviously we can't control the flow of this river, but on our raft we have like a paddle and we can kind of guide the direction.
Yeah.
One of the books I'm reading, I don't remember if it was The Artist's Way or The Power of Now, but it talks about how our inner child is connected to our artistry is directly connected to our inner child. So if you weren't like, if you were shamed as a child for creating art, then that still lives inside you. And I'm not saying like this is your like scenario, but just like if you weren't built up as a child when you were creating things, then your brain is going to think that creating is a bad thing. So you're going to critique everything before it can even like see the light of day. And that's for artists and non-artists. And I also like, I guess, analyzing the different life paths. When I was really depressed in 7th grade, I completely gave up on music. I quit choir. I was like, I'm not doing this. I need something reliable. And to me, being a musician and being an artist was not reliable. And I was like, I can't be poor. Like I need to have money. So at like 14, I was like, okay, I'm going to be an anesthesiologist. I'm going to do this and that. Like all my friends are like doing that. 2 of my friends one's in law school, two are in med school. So I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna like join them, do the more reliable path that I felt was more reliable. But I put myself in that life, like I felt that, and I don't know if I would ever stop mourning the artist side of me. And I think there might always be a part of ourselves that we're mourning, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's very much grass is green on the other side. Like we can talk about all this stuff, but like you could have gone and been a lawyer and then like been like, I wish I was.
I would have like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like I know the me in this life could not do that. But I think, I don't know, I keep saying in another life, but like, or in a different universe, like I'm literally at Howard. We're literally at Howard in a different universe.
Howard.
Like, I don't know.
I had that conversation today too with Drizzy.
Yeah, with Howard?
About like what would have life been like if we were at Howard at a normal university. Honestly, like having had the normal university experience and also the art school experience, I'm so grateful that I chose the artist life and left like the normal life just for me and who I am. That time of my life was a really hard time. A lot of stuff happened, and also I wanted to go to art school out of high school, but I got an opportunity I got a scholarship to go to the school that I went to for like a leadership program, and it just seemed like the sensible thing to do, like let me go get this degree and then I can use this degree to support me while I go throughout art school. But then being there, and studying political science, like my world was opened up to kind of the atrocities of our country, political science and American institutions. Guys, that's a soapbox I could stand on for hours. But there was so many things in that time of my life where I look back on in comparison to like now in my life, especially coming out of this last semester of Cal Arts. This was probably like the best semester in terms of like the actual art that I got to create. And I feel so full in all the aspects of my life too. Like my art truly informs my art and informs my life, and my life informs my art, right? And if one of them is suffering, I feel it in the other aspects of my life, if that makes sense. Like they're so they're so intertwined, and I don't think I've experienced like this level of joy up until this point of so much creation. And I can't imagine a world in which I didn't know the joy that comes from creating.
It's like the serotonin boost. Like,
yes,
literally. It's
crazy.
like when I finish a song, literally nothing else feels like that,
right?
Oh my gosh.
I feel like the act of it for me is where I'm getting the serotonin, and I like feel like the most fulfilled is like in the act of it. Once it's done, I'm like, I can't even look at you.
Oh, that's fair. That's how I feel after recording.
Interesting.
Because writing is different, and then recording it's like two separate, like not entities, but like processes, I guess. But when I figure out what I want to say, I'm like, yes, like, this is it. But I get that.
Yeah,
it's like,
right.
oh wait, I'm done. I
love a finished product. Like when I was doing photography, my favorite part of photography is editing. So I love editing photos. I don't know, like the idea, especially because a lot of the photos I used to were like really conceptual. I felt really good when I had a concept, and I had a concept that I really liked. That was really fun. The actual shooting of it was fun, but I was also like an amateur, so it was really just like put my camera on a tripod and go crazy. But the editing, like the fine tuning, and it's what I like about like event planning too. It's the last few minutes, not when the product is out, but when you can see every single bit of work you've put in become a final product. Like that's like the serotonin I get, 'cause I'm like, bro, like this is like a thing now, and like now I can share it and give it to people. And then once it was like after I would post it, at that point I'd be like, okay, like what's like the next one? But it's like that seeing like the fruition of your work, the fruition of like what your mind can create to come into like one thing. I'm like, it's kind of deep. It's kind of I don't know.
Yo, for me, it's a performance like that. It's like kind of a similar and to what you're saying with event planning too. But like for me, it's the feeling of like, I don't know, like when you get lost in a performance, you know, like you come off stage, that's the thing that drives me, is that feeling. And then coming off stage and just being like, oh, I did my job. I did everything that I was supposed to do. Feeling like I didn't give everything, or like feeling like I didn't reach everything that could have been reached on stage, is such a like thing, hard thing for me. Like, you know what I mean? When it's like, you know, you can do more. Like that. That is such a hard feeling for me.
I do like the idea. That's how I felt in like similar to sports. Same thing. You want to leave it all on the court, field, whatever. But that's how I felt when I did show choir too. Like, I mean,
you were in show choir. Get into it. Okay.
I was in show choir my sophomore year of high school. I was in.
What'd y'all sing?
The set was based around weather, and it was. It makes me laugh. It was oh my god. Okay, sorry. It was "Singing in the Rain" by Gene Kelly. It was this one makes me laugh. It was "Umbrella" by Rihanna. Oh. And oh my gosh, I think it's an Ella Fitzgerald song, but the song is like, "Don't know why there's no cloud up in the sky." Stormy weather. And then it was stormy weather. And then we had an a cappella song.
I don't know that one. I wasn't in show choir. Oh. But
it was Glee. It was I was in Glee. I was in Glee Club. We sang and danced.
I did show choir too.
I wish I did show choir. The choir that I was in was like it was like not show choir. I guess that's what I'll say. It was very like serious.
We had like choir at my high school too, but like show choir was like, that's how I got in with actually all the art kids. Well, when I started high school, I knew I wanted to do theater, but I thought I wanted to do like back production of theater. Because again, I like when I would see my friends do theater, or like when I see like you do theater, Cami, like the thing that like makes me elated for you is I'm like, oh my gosh, like I think about like the hours of like rehearsal and hard work and practice, and I'm like, it must feel so good to like see it happening and to like have it be like shown to people. Like that's what I loved. And so I was like, maybe I want to do like back work of theater. And then my friend did show choir, and she's like, you should just do it. And it's a public high school, so I didn't need to sound good or be good. They were like, yeah, sure.
I fucking hated show choir. Sorry for my profanities.
So as we approach an hour, I feel like we should, does anyone like, I feel like we should have like closing statements or like biggest tip, biggest advice.
Yeah.
Did anybody have any other anecdotes they wanted to get out first? I felt like I talked a lot.
I think
I just hated show choir so much. But I'll talk about that on another day.
Outside of the advice that I gave for just like getting into your creative bag in school, practical advice, save as much money as you can. Save as much money as you can. Go to community college, stay at home, get scholarships. Like it, as much as like art school is so impactful and meaningful and like will, you know, or in just education in general, you don't want to be saddled with a lot of debt either. And I think it's some of the cruelest thing that our culture has like normalized is like sending really young people out with debt that they will not ever get out from under.
Knock on some wood.
Knock, knock, knock.
I would also just say like, strive for greatness. Like the limit is up to you. You decide the limit, truly. And it'll be whatever you want it to be. So create, you know, work hard.
I think my advice would be, if you're having difficulty deciding what you want to study or what you want to do, just know that you can always pivot. Like you can always change your mind and do something else. But something for me that let me know that I wanted to do music was like, imagine your life, like try to imagine your life without the thing that you're scared to do. Like if you're scared, like we're often more scared of the doors that open than the closed ones. So just if you think if you think that at the end of your life you'll think a life well lived, you won't be like, oh, I should have just studied music. Then don't study it, or study it. But if it's the opposite, just like listen to your body. Your body always knows. Yeah. I think that's my advice.
Yeah.
Listen to your body. I think also just give yourself the ability to try and fail, for sure. I think that was my biggest thing. And I think whether you go to art school, whether you don't go to art school, whether you're literally listening to this and you're like, maybe I just want to fuck around and do whatever, for fun. Just do it. And yeah, just if you fail, that's fine. If you don't fail, that's even better. But I think the biggest thing, and kind of just echoing what Sav said, is I think just don't ever wish you had tried. You know?
Yeah.
Always try it. You know, just try it out.
I would rather live with what is that phrase where it's like I'd rather live with like I shouldn't have than I wish, or something like that. Like the idea is that like I would agree is like I'd rather live with like maybe that wasn't the best decision.
Yeah,
than
but at
like,
least you
exactly.
did it and you learned from it.
Yes.
Because you can always pivot.
Literally.
And then also it ties into your path, because like say like I decided music wasn't for me, that's still a part of my path that leads me to becoming a lawyer. Like it's just all, and that maybe that the musician part of you will inform the lawyer side of you. Like it's just
yeah.
The limit doesn't exist.
The limit doesn't exist. I was gonna say the quote I have on my phone that has been really helpful is, "Your fear of looking stupid is gonna hold you back."
Clock it.
Everybody looks a little dumb, you know. Just go for it. Period.
Amen.
Oh, and I would love it. We would all love it if you guys submitted advice, questions, story times, anything that you'd like us to read on the pod.
Send us your juicy, obviously like silly tea.
Yeah.
Silly.
Send us whatever.
I'm open, yeah, like
send us
I'm
whatever.
open to heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
Heart-wrenching.
Give us.
trauma dump?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tell us what's
tell us
up.
what you have going on.
Yeah. Would love to have some audience interaction.
Ooh, come on, friend.
Exactly. So we'll be posting some question like answer, like respond answer type things on Instagram, on our stories. You can just like go ahead and like slide into our DMs too on the bar pod. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time.
Ooh, same.